NFL 22. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seahawks and the football team coming up next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedExField in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Here's Reed returning. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They run it with Carson. And fights through one man. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Carson. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Now it's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. DeAndre Carter back deep. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to take over, and you see Taylor Heinicke at the helm in his second season with the football team.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. Like the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over with the football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he'll find Everett there, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Out to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington football team at 1-1 on the year now. They had the loss week 1 to the Chargers, but rebounded just 4 days later to sneak by the Giants 30-29 on a late field goal by Dustin Hopkins. And this is Taylor Heinicke's show now. He got the start in place of Ryan Fitzpatrick, who will be on the sideline 6 to 8 weeks with that hip issue. So, Charles, what did you make of Heinicke, and what do you think of Washington's chances these next couple? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year, tied for the second most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Heinicke rolling to his right. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Heinicke. To the right side and complete to Thomas. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Heinicke. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 31, Heinicke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
First down, Heinicke. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Heinicke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and goal from the 1. Heinicke. Pass incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position. and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. To throw is Heinicke. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Taylor Heinicke. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Prime time, baby.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, 72 yards. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long. Go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats. Look at this. 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it, make them do it again.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Thomas the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Heinicke. And he finds McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Heinicke now looking to throw on 1st down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down at 4. Again, it's Heinicke. And that's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Heinicke. It's caught, Humphreys. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Second down and 3. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Heinicke to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
You see me?
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now after the sack, Heinicke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones, 31 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Reed. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
An offensive line play and pass protection has been a problem in recent years for the Seahawks. And more importantly, for quarterback Russell Wilson. They allowed 48 sacks last year, the 5th most in the NFL. They vowed to improve, didn't get it done on that play.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Washington on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Heinicke. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Heinicke. He's going deep for Brown. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, 63 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle Seahawks coming onto the field here, and Seattle coming off a tough 33-30 overtime loss to the Titans last week. And Seattle, the only team in the NFC West who did not start the season 2-0. The Seahawks in this last game, though, Charles, they positioned themselves to get the win, but they simply could not stop a comeback from Derrick Henry and the Titans.
They led by 15 at halftime, all right? And the Titans came back to tie with 3 touchdowns, 182 yards from Derrick Henry to make it a tie and then win it in overtime. Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, they continue their connection. And Wilson, 343 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lockett, 8 catches, 178 yards and a touchdown. You would have thought that they would have locked this thing away. Defensively, in the old days, they would have. But Seattle goes as their offense goes right now. And the offense sputtered late. 3 and out, 3 of their last 4 drives, including overtime. Couldn't close it out, and Tennessee sneaks out with a win.
Looking at their next 3, at Minnesota, then San Francisco, and then home to host the Rams. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the move to his left. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Montez Sweat getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Myers' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Washington offense heading out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Heinicke. Pressure gets there on Heinicke, and down he goes. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Before making a move to Seattle, Carlos Dunlap was the Bengals' all-time sack leader. Ended up having 5 with the Seahawks in 8 games in 2020 as well.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Heinicke. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man complete. A big pickup of 38.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Heinicke. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Second and 15. Looking to throw, Heinicke. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Heinicke. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. 4th down. Heinicke. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Heinicke on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sims. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing again on 2nd down. Heinicke. And his throw here's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they'll throw again. Heinicke. And this is going to be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Rolling to his left. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Carson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. throw it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
He'll look downfield for Humphreys. Trying to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers puts it. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
At his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats,
Well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it. 22.6 miles per hour.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and they will take a 7-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Burger?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me probably like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Heinicke.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Heinicke from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a first down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet. And even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's complete to Swain.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Wilson on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson steps away. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, Charles, looking back to week 2 in the NFL, boy, some quarterback injuries all over the place. Tua for Miami goes down. Indianapolis is Carson Wentz. Tyrod Taylor in Houston. Andy Dalton for the Bears all leave their games with injuries. Even Baker Mayfield had to play through one. Of all of those guys in all those injury situations, which one are you keeping your eye on most? Pressure gets there on Heinicke, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
My what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No. We're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught at the 2. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And here's a give to Gibson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And now the punter, Tressway, as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Let's go.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the yardage just continues to pile up. We're still in the third quarter. He's had a heck of a game.
Keep your calculator handy because these numbers are skyrocketing. Loving watching what he's doing right now because, what do we call it, in the zone?
Yeah, he's in the zone.
I think he's in the zone plus right now. Everything is like a laser.
See if he can stay in that zone. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Chase Young, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson steps away to his left. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd and 14.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jonathan Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 22, Heinicke. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. From the gun, Heinicke. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Looking to throw. Heinicke.
Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedExField. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. To throw again on second down. Heinicke. That one is slant to McLaurin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Heinicke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. De'Ami Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Heinicke to throw it. Back to Brown, this time complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
To the air again, Heinicke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
Throwing again here. Wilson out to his left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 31, Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Montez Sweat, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Myers' kick is good.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Here's Carter now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the gun. Here's Heinicke.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Wilson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Here's Wilson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will swell the lead to 16.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
To throw is Heinicke.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Heinicke from the gun on third down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Heinicke to throw for it on fourth down.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's got room. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Heinicke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now Heinicke.
He's got it.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas
from 6 yards away.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
They'll look to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Will Disley, the intended receiver.
3rd down here.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
On 1st and 10, Heinicke. And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Gibson.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, Heinicke.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
De'Ami Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped. Good coverage downfield. And he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. First down, Seattle. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Wilson wants to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Myers' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This is caught. It's Brown.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Clock now under 30 ticks and running.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. They juked him.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.